And good morning, everyone. It is 7:35 and a.m., and this is KFYO Mornings with Dave King and Matt Martin. And as promised, the one and only Eddie McBride is in our studio live and in direct and even in color this morning.
In color. Dave, Matt, birthday boy, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Nice to be here today.
Eddie is the CEO of the Lubbock Chamber of Commerce, for those who don't know.
Yes, sir.
Well, you guys have been busy.
Yeah, we've had a good spring. Looking forward to the summer. I mean, it's Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day coming up to you guys. It's nice to reflect on the start of summer, I guess, end of school and everything. So it's kind of fun. I know you guys with kids look forward to the summer. You know, in one regard, in some regards, you don't.
You know, my wife is actually happy about the fact she'll get to sleep later.
Yeah.
And so that she's excited about. But having the kids there all the time, it's a little more. I mean, it's all the time. You know, it's not. You just don't even get a few hours here and there. It's just all the time. So
yeah. Well, it is kind of. I mean, this year's
our kids great though.
Yeah.
I love my kids.
I mean, having kids around really makes you. Those of us who are older with little kids around really is a nice addition to our lifestyle.
Hey, yeah. Well, you want an addition of 4 every now and then?
No.
In the summer?
The two I've got right now, my grandkids. That's right fine.
You like them because mom and dad takes them home.
That's right. They have to be ultimately responsible while we play with them all the time.
Well, the headline in the AJ today says Expo Center plans moving forward. I know that the Expo Center is something that the Chamber supports.
We certainly do. Yes, sir. We've supported it ever since we led the effort to do away with the Auditorium Coliseum.
Are you concerned, as I am, that we are going to wind up taxing hotels, motels, and rent cars to the extent that we wind up on the bad list of cities to come
absolutely not. You know, we're every other county around us, and most of the counties in the state of Texas are already maxed out. And some are at 17%. This just takes us to 15% or 13%. That actually is the same as everybody else in the region. So in reality, it's something that you pay already anyway. And Dave, when's the last time you actually went to a hotel and paid your bill and saw how much the tax was?
Well, every time I go because it's very expensive.
But you don't see the tax. You can't tell me, what was it? You were in Florida?
I couldn't tell you if it's 13, 14, or 15, but
right.
I can tell you that it was $48.
Yeah, but you don't know exactly. People don't pay attention to the tax. Now, it is a tax nonetheless, but we in Lubbock have had the opportunity. Ever since I got here in 2000, we had our first venue tax election, which failed miserably in the year 2000 because obviously it wasn't sold well by the folks who were running it at the city, the election. And so this one was run extremely well, this campaign, and it was very well identified what the money was going to be for. And for anybody that says we don't need an expo center, obviously is not really doing away with the Auditorium Coliseum and having a chance for a dirt floor arena is
we're talking about a dirt arena.
Yeah, well, it's going to be more than just dirt floor, of course. And the Expo Center is going to have a variety of uses, and it's going to obviously have livestock judging. It's going to have horse shows, but it's also going to have other things in there, concerts. I mean, we could even do our business expo in there. So there's a lot of things from a trade show representation that this new Expo Center brings to play as well. So it's going to be an important addition to our community, and I think it's very well needed, especially for the visitors. You saw where we had over 6 million visitors in Lubbock last year, and they are the ones who are paying this tax in the hotels. It's not you.
I understand that.
Unless you stay in the hotels on the weekends, which very well could.
Well, I understand that, and you may have missed what I had said earlier, but we travel a lot, my wife and I, because usually weekends.
$90 a day that you're paying for a rental car, I saw somewhere.
Well, yeah, and I honestly forget where it is, but and it's because of taxes, and also it's because of supply and demand, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely, probably more so than taxes.
But we use a lot of hotel nights, and I can tell you that sometimes when you get the bill, which is the taxes, that's the add-on. You go and you stay in $140 a night hotel room, and it winds up being $185 a night because there's all these taxes.
Yeah.
You learn real quick which cities you prefer to go to and those you don't.
Well, the demand, if you go around looking for a hotel that's lower in taxes or a city that's lower in taxes, you're not going to be. It's something that obviously comes with the cost of doing business. And those states that allow a venue tax and those communities which obviously charge more than just the basic rates and everything. I mean, now all we're doing is we're matching all the other cities with the same rate.
Yeah.
So we've been lower for a while. So this is not going to be.
If that's the case, then I'm not going to sweat it.
Yeah, well, I don't think anybody in town should sweat it. We should be saying, thank goodness for all these extra visitors who come to town that's actually going to pay for our expo center.
Yeah, for these bazillion hotel rooms that we have.
And 6.2 million visitors is a lot. I mean, folks don't realize we're the fifth most visited city in the state of Texas. I mean, so folks don't really appreciate exactly what Visit Lubbock and Lita and the work they're doing, Market Lubbock, that's attracting people. It's pretty important.
So the real question on this is, are you worried they're going to be short?
Am I worried they're going to be short? No, they've already said they're going to make it up and obviously the rest of the money. I really wish we had gone ahead and started collecting the fee so that we'd have a better handle on exactly how much money it is right now. They never said that everything was going to be paid for with just a venue tax. They've always said that there's going to be additional money raised from private sources that's going to help pay for it as well. So in the folks that they have running the Expo Center, I'm pretty well comfortable that they've done a pretty good job planning for it. I mean, sure, there's been some bumps and bruises and in the county doing something. There's only one other time that, just like this last bond election that was voted on May 4th, the county doesn't have a lot of historical evidence of doing this well. I know they've done the jail, and they did a good job of bringing the jail about, so let's give them credit for that. But I got a sneaking suspicion with the folks that's running this, Randy Jordan, who's running this effort in conjunction with the county. I'm sure they're going to do it right.
All right.
Okay, we have a texter this morning that says, who's going to maintain this facility so it lasts longer than the Coliseum? Well, I think that's a little unfair. The Coliseum could have been updated, but it was just thought that it was too outdated.
The city did a very poor job of maintaining and I agree with 100%. They better do a good job of keeping it up, but because this is going to be a public-private arrangement where the Expo Center committee that's actually formed to oversee it, they're actually going to run it. Sure, the county's going to have a big role to play in it as well, but the fact of it is I think they're going to have a lot of good oversight.
Okay, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back with more of Eddie McBride, the CEO of the Lubbock Chamber of Commerce. If you have questions, our text lines are open this morning at 806-680-2790. Love to hear from you. And we are back here on KFYO Mornings with Dave and Matt at 7:47 a.m. And with us, of course, Eddie McBride, the CEO of the Lubbock Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, sir. Tonight we have our Young Entrepreneurs Academy graduation. We have 16 young CEOs who have created jobs in Lubbock, and we're having it's a 28-week program that they've completed. They've actually gone through both the phases of where they determined what their business was going to be, then they learned how to pitch it, and then obviously they even had an investor panel, a Shark Tank, where they were given money to invest in their business. And now tonight, obviously, they get their little certificates, and they did the trade show on Saturday where they actually sold their wares at the South Plains Mall. So it's been a pretty cool project. This is our third year, and so we're really proud to have a chance to teach kids how to do their own business.
Well, what do they have to sell? What are some of the items?
The guy who got the most money in the investor panel, it's called Fort in a Box. So when he was a kid, you ought to hear these kids' pitches. They're sixth graders to 12th graders. So they're and like 12-year-old kids in this class. It's amazing to see their transformation.
And they make products to sell.
And whether it be a 3D printer, last year the kid did 3D earrings. 3D printed earrings this year. The Fort in the Box is where, when he was a kid, he used to, get chairs and stuff in the house and throw quilts and stuff. Well, he actually made stuff with recycled cardboard and threw a cloth cover on there, and so that you could actually build your own forts. And so he actually we had a chance to take him to Rochester, New York, where he made his pitch, and we watched it on Facebook Live, and he did a tremendous job. We're just so happy. Daniel did a wonderful job in this, So the Yay Kids, teaching kids about free market enterprise and teaching them how to create their own business. It's we have mentors and we have advisors and we have folks that are actually working with those kids, helping them impress upon them the accounting end of it, the marketing end of it, that as you well would enjoy, teaching them all this type of thing. So I think it's a pretty cool program, and seeing these kids.
Well, it is.
When they start the program, some of these kids can't even look at you in the eye and sit across the table and talk to you. And by the time they finish the program, they're up giving a 3.5 minute pitch on their business, and it's amazing. It's great. Amazing, the transformation. Very happy about it.
Anything that promotes capitalism, I'm for.
That's it. Free market enterprise and capitalism, and so these kids are teaching
just like the lemonade stand.
Yes, sir. It's just like it's on a longer program and teach them a little bit more details and everything else. But Lemonade Day is still exactly the same type of presentation.
Show that everybody you can be in business for yourself if you want to, if you really want to.
That's right. May 30th, we have Senator Ted Cruz come to town to talk about policy initiatives, what's going on in D.C. And then right after Senator Cruz's lunch, we're going to have a federal policy forum.
Now, is this something
it's open if anybody wants to go? lubbockchamber.com, 761-7000, more information about it. And yes, sir, he'll be here from 11:30 to 1, and we're really looking forward to his presentation. It ought to be interesting to hear what he brings home to tell us.
So the public's invited, and you can get your tickets through online?
lubbockchamber.com. Yes, sir.
There you go.
You can, and if you have any problems, again, 761-7000, and call us up, and we'll get you tickets.
Well, let me ask you this. So you're talking about that's national, but state-wise, we still have a session going on. I know a lot of bills died because they didn't make second reading. Is there anything that you know of that made second reading that you're interested in to watch?
Well, all the stuff still,
as far as business.
The big ones, everything still is the budget. Number one, that's the most important thing to us, especially what comes out with the vet school. I think Senator Perry and Representatives Frulo and Burrows have done a wonderful job at marshaling through the tech schools. One of the tech vet school is probably our number one.
Does it bother you at all, the people that are going into conference? None of them are from West Texas?
No, because you got to remember they're peers of Senator Perry and Representative Burrows and Frulo. So I've got a sneaking suspicion that they were well prepared with what West Texas and Lubbock's interests were. Oh. And so I think through those conversations and everything, the conference committee, not having anybody from West Texas is not troubling to a degree as long as they're friends of the folks who live in West Texas and represent us. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I think that's important. Now, we're worried about what figure comes. Not worried.
The number.
We're confident that the figure that's going to come out is going to really place the
vet
vet school on the path.
Let me be clear on this vet school. I mean, and I'm all for tech getting the vet school. Don't misunderstand me, but this is not going to directly impact Lubbock in a positive way, is it?
Well, anytime you pinch Texas Tech or anytime you make Texas Tech feel good, yes, it does impact Lubbock. So anything that you do for the Texas Tech University system, I don't care if it's in Junction, I don't care if it's in Dallas, I don't care if it's in Amarillo, it is good for Lubbock. Yes, sir. What's good for Texas Tech is good for Lubbock.
Okay. Quick break, and we'll come right back. And we're back here at 7:56 a.m. with Dave King, Matt Martin on KFYO Mornings, and Eddie McBride, the CEO from the Lubbock Chamber of Commerce, with us this morning. With just a couple of minutes left, Eddie, do you have an elevator speech there, or have we covered all the topics that you wanted to?
Oh, no. The Chamber of Commerce obviously exists to strengthen and promote and serve the business community, and by doing that,
and you do a good job of it.
Thank you very much, Dave. I appreciate that. And what we do by helping our business members succeed and create more opportunities for commerce, obviously the entire community obviously is improved by that. So, whenever we do something to help businesses thrive in Lubbock, we help jobs be created. We help that financial flow throughout our community. So I think all in all, the best thing we can do is continue helping businesses grow, and by doing that, helping the job creators create more jobs. I think that that's what that's what our dues payers expect us to do.
Yeah, and of course, you'd love for every business to belong to the Lubbock Chamber.
Yep, and it's not that hard to do. 761-7000. Call us and join the family.
And as a business, what benefits do I get from joining the chamber?
You have the opportunity. Number one, I think the fact that we're advocating and representing folks, whether it be at City Hall, whether it be down in Austin, whether it be in D.C., whether it be protecting your health care, whether it be protecting transportation. This is Infrastructure Week, and we've done a good job of actually promoting the importance of obviously improved infrastructure throughout not only Lubbock, the state, and the nation, but we also do a lot of work when it comes to the whole business free market enterprise approach, making sure folks understand, just like our YAY program we do, helping promote, if you will, the capitalism and why it's good for business. I think in those areas are very important, but our relationship building, our network experiences and things that we offer people to come meet other people and tell them about their job and find out about their business as well, I think we do a good job in that respect.
Yeah, I think you do too. Yes, you guys have won so many awards. And
don't forget healthcare. You help provide healthcare for companies that need it.
We're working that. As a matter of fact, we were in D.C. last week promoting changes to our association health plan. Yes, sir.
Okay. And of course, one of the great things is the networking opportunities that people have.
Yep. Yes,
and that's just invaluable.
Yeah, the events that we put on specifically allow folks to meet other people. And when that occurs, obviously, again, you exchange business ideas and you can help grow your business just from the contacts you make at a chamber event.
Yeah. Well, Eddie, always great to have you on the third Wednesday of each month? Or second
Tuesday. Second Tuesday.
Tuesdays, Dave.
And glad you're here this morning. It was interesting what you had to say.